The time number 2, Zane Richards of Illinois, 8-2. And since then, he's been wrestling very well. He's really, as we see, his energy is the biggest thing for him, his biggest key. He tries to wear down his opponents in the first and second periods. In the third periods, that's where he thrives and really gotten a lot of his points and takedowns.
Again, the Nittany Lions with the blue singlets, white Penn State lettering, and they have the Nittany Lion logo on the back. Michigan State with the green and white, and they have that Spartan logo on the front. Conaway awarded a quick 2 points for the takedown, and Yenter with the escape point. 2:35 left to go in the first period. Conaway up 2-1. Riding time just 8 seconds in Conaway's favor shortly through this first period.
Conaway with the 8-2 decision last night over Mason Beckman of Lehigh, and a good victory for him last night. And while Yenter coming off a 8-7 tough loss against Lock Haven's Bobby Rem, so he's trying to avoid that, or try to make up for that loss, I should say, against Conaway, kind of spoil Conaway's senior night here at Rec Hall.
Working back at the center now. Yenter trying to go on the offensive, but Conaway does a good job of fighting him off here. They stay at the center of the mat. You see a lot of these wrestlers start to work off to the sides. These two gentlemen staying at the center right now. Neither one able to get a strong hold. Very good defensive wrestling early on in this first period.
That's what you see with Conaway, Brandon, early on. He plays a little defensive style, tries to kind of run around your mat. You'll see him circle around a lot and try to tire out Yenter early, because as a later in the match, he gets a lot of, he still is very strong, has great endurance and conditioning. And that's really where he tries to go to work in the late second, early third periods, as you kind of mentioned before. So Yenter has to do a good job of pacing himself here, do not get over tired early, and pick his shots, because Conaway is a very defensive wrestler early, as we see a lot of hand fighting, which is another thing Penn State loves to do, or especially early on in the match, to open up some shots. Yenter has to stay patient, and when the shots open themselves up, he has to hit on them. 1:05
left to go in the first period. Conaway still leads 2-1, and only 8 seconds accumulated of riding time in Conaway's favor. One of 3 seniors in this starting lineup for the Penn State Nittany Lions is Conaway. He was celebrated before the start of the meet. Conaway now in on the right leg of Yenter. Yenter still trying to fight back. Conaway's got the 2 takedown points. He now leads 4-1. 30 seconds left in the first period. Conaway chipping away at Yenter. He's got a thigh pry in on that with that right hand, and now working up back toward the head, just trying to flip Yenter around, get the fall.
So Brandon said really working on that left side, trying to turn him with his body weight here and get Yenter off balance.
Now 10 seconds to go in the first period as Conaway continues to work on Yenter. Now nearing 45 seconds of riding time, and that's what it'll stand at as the first period comes to a close. And our second bout of the day, Conaway will go in the down position to start the second period.
I see Conaway so fast, getting in on that single leg there on the right side, then just working Yenter over to finally get that double leg and getting that takedown. Just you see why Conaway is just so good at some points. Just he's so fast with that shot. That shot came out of nowhere, opened up, and is so successful with it once he got on that single leg.
Again, Yenter started on top to start this second period as Conaway rises to his feet. Yenter just pushes him away, so Conaway will get the escape point. He leads 5-1.
The All-American last season, trying to repeat as an All-American, go even farther. At 125 last year, did move up this year. A lot of the lower weights for Nittany Lions. Once Nittany Lions came back last year, moved up. So Conaway, Gulabon, and Rutherford all bumped up 1 weight class, as we'll see in a little bit.
And you know, they had that bump, but that seemed to work out just as good as you could have imagined, and as good as Coach Cale Sanderson could have imagined for his Nittany Lion squad.
I was going to say, if you're Sanderson coming into the season, I don't think he could have envisioned this working out any better than it really has. Conaway ranked number 5, as you mentioned. Zane Rutherford at 149, number 1. Is just looking out of this world.
Conaway awarded 2 more points for the takedown. He leads 7-1. Riding time now continues to accumulate in his favor. Up above 40 seconds now with 40 seconds left to go in this second period. Conaway still on top of Yenter. Conaway working up high. Starting to move him just a bit. 30 seconds left in this second period. Both wrestlers working just toward the center of the mat.
So Conaway really working now that right side after working the left side earlier in the first period. Yenter, though, doing a good job of keeping his body weight balanced and not leaning to one side. So once he starts to have that body weight turn in favor of Conaway, that's when Conaway can get him on his back, get the back exposed, and then try to get a possible pin, or if not, get some back points as well.
Conaway still working, just 5 seconds left in this second period as his riding time is at 1 minute and 24 seconds. That's where it'll stand entering this third and final period.
So Conaway again, working now, gets that right leg, working with those heavy hands there on Yenter, had him on his head, opened up that single leg shot there, and he converted for the double leg.
So Conaway elects to allow Yenter to stand. He'll get the escape point granted there. So 7-2, Conaway leads. You know, you mentioned how Conaway just likes to wear down his opponents, and this is something we've seen him do before, as now he's working in. He's got that right leg raised, goes for a quick leg sweep, and 2 points now for Conaway. He has some near fall points, I believe, coming his way.
Yenter, though, doing a good job keeping his body still in balance, keeping his center of gravity right in the middle, not allowing that second back to get on the rack.
Conaway really working now, 9-2. He leads, 1:15 left to go in this third period. He has over 1 minute and 50 seconds of riding time, but that might not matter in the next few seconds. Conaway continues to work Yenter. And he gets the fall. Jordan Conaway gets it at 5 minutes and 59 seconds. 1:01 left to go in the third period. An impressive bout from Jordan Conaway, and that's what we've seen all season long. He works his opponents, works and works and works them, and it's that third period that he loves to attack.
I see now, Brandon, he just really exposed that back and then just patiently didn't get too worried or too frustrated there. Just finally broke down Yenter. That's what we see Conaway just so dangerous